This is Mutt, and this is Mun. They've been neighbors for 10 years, but they never get along. One day, Mutt and Mun were going out at the same time. Suddenly, Mutt can't get his car started. It looks like Mutt is going to win today, until...
Anybody call for help?
Got a flat battery or need any roadside assistance? Call My Assist hotline now.
Can you fix my car too?
Free My Assist with any insurance purchase via MyEG.
Thanks for staying with us here on Astro, the Super Sport, and we are only just getting started, if I'm being honest, because we have another game to cover. Liverpool taking on Wolves. So impressive. Well, let's put it 45 hours ago, less than 48 hours ago, against Manchester City. Let's see what they have in store for the Reds tonight. But of course, that's all happening much later. We have to focus on our game at hand, which was Arsenal taking on Chelsea. It was a London derby. It looked like it was going to go Arsenal's way, but rather late on, well, the tide turned and it went in Chelsea's favour. But it felt it was coming. I mean, the commentator was saying Kepa was a bystander in the second half. He had a few crosses to collect, a few through balls to deal with, goal kicks, that's about it.
You've got to hand it to Frank and his coaching team. You know, he identified within half an hour that they were second best. He identified, Jorginho for me completely transformed that game in Chelsea's favour. All right, got a little bit of luck with their first goal, but he obviously scored it as well. Mistake from Leno. It's hard because Arsenal put so much into that game, and yet we're still coming out saying Chelsea probably deserved it, really.
Yeah, I thought Frank was really proactive with his decision-making. You know, even Lamptey, who came on for Tomori, Tomori started as one of three central defenders, went to right back in a four, then Lamptey replaced him, and I thought he had a big impact on the game. People have questioned, is Frank Lampard capable? On today's evidence, 100% yes.
That's the thing, though. We said this after the Spurs game, didn't we? And then Southampton happened, at home at the Bridge. And before that, West Ham. So it just seems to be
I think you can always look at games in isolation, and with maybe the exception of Liverpool, all teams come unstuck at certain times, don't they? But have a look at Chelsea's position in the league, fourth. With that 3 points today, that sort of reinforces their position there somewhat more. If you have a look at the young players that he's had to introduce, and he has introduced, who've actually proven that they can possibly go the distance. He had that transfer embargo. I think he's had a lot to deal with, and he's dealt with every bit.
3 wins and 8, though, now in the league.
Even that, he's had to deal with like a bit of a downtrend.
Yeah.
By the way, first game of the season, they lost 4-0 at Manchester United. He dealt with that okay as well, didn't he?
And then against Liverpool in the Super Cup, they lost out on penalties, I don't forget. But of course,
the experience he's gained today from making that decision is incredible. What he has done there, to recognise it with his staff, to have the confidence to take somebody off in that moment of the game, to change it and to get the result, that puts confidence, whatever confidence the players didn't have in him, if any of them did, it puts full faith. The manager knows exactly what he's doing with his coaching staff to get a result. When after 30 minutes of the game, I looked at Arsenal's setup and I thought, they've got Chelsea wrapped up here. Chelsea have got no answer. Frank completely changed it and have come out with a win. Absolutely brilliant.
You've talked about Frank. What about Arteta? This is his first home game. What have you learned about Mikel Arteta as the new Arsenal head coach?
Well, he's had a tough start, hasn't he? He played 2 games, he's got 1 point. So, that is, certainly not an uplift on Arsenal's form, which was not particular anyway. We've learned that Arteta set his stall out right to start with because they look terrific. I don't know whether he is a bit stubborn at times, but I felt that he tried to stick with, after Frank Lampard had made some changes, I think he tried to stick with what he had, style-wise, particularly. Should he have made some tactical changes? Well, if you've lost 2-1, there's a strong argument that yes, you should have done. But there is also a great belief that it takes time to cement your ideas, and sometimes you have to just stick with it. And I think that's what Arteta's approach today. And
I think we haven't learned much about Arteta from that game. What Arteta has learned about his players, he has learned a hell of a lot.
Yeah,
still mentally weak.
I like the way that they came out and played for him. I really do. But that game was one in the team. The way that Arteta football. He gets his team to play football, but he doesn't have the players. He just does not have the players to do what he wants to do. You know, he's all very well saying we're going to play like City, and he is. They will try to do that. Try to do that.